Hello, I am Alicia Watley, and I am the owner of Alicia Watley Photography here in Hamden, Connecticut. I actually got it started after COVID happened in May of 2020, so this month has been 4 years, and I started as a hobbyist, just taking photos of my family and friends as much as I could, and then it kind of just branched off from there, like, wow, I could really do this, and I totally revamped my business, and I used to do, quick little sessions, like the mini sessions, and take on as many clients as possible, versus now I actually am focused on creating a great experience for my clients, and that involves light refreshments, the in-person consultation. We have a phone call where I get to know you beforehand, because I used to be so anxious meeting people in a park and be like, oh, I'm gonna be in the Nissan Rogue, and that was actually my car, and I would tell people like, oh, I'll have on a red shirt. So now my business model, I get to meet you up front and I say, hey, I'm Alicia, you know who I am. It's not some random stranger that you are welcoming and greeting. Every client, regardless of the session, I have a consultation with and a phone call just to get to know their name, get to know who was involved in their session, their ages, get to know their personalities, where they're from. I like to build that rapport with my clients and help them know, like, hey, I'm a human, I'm a small business, and it's all about creating an experience for you to love. Right now, so I specialize in, I love to do weddings, brandings, and portraits, family portraits, child portraits, that sort of thing. And I would say right now it is a lot of branding. It's a lot of business to business, how I can help them get their clients based, actually like social media preference for them, for their clients, working with them one-on-one during the consultation and saying, hey, where are you struggling? What kind of content do you need? What portraits do you need? You need your headshot, which I call them a business portrait, and verbiage is really big to me. I don't like to just say, oh, we're gonna do a photo shoot. I say, we're having a session. You're not my customer, you're my client. I like to be very intimate and help people understand that the words that we use are very important, especially when describing that type of relationship for ourselves. So I actually host a tween empowerment event. Me and another photographer down in Texas have come together to create something called Empower Me, and it's for tween girls the age of 9 to 14. It helps celebrate who they are, because tweens and children in general deal with a lot of self-esteem, worrying about like if they have pimples, how they look, being judged by their peers. So Empower Me is all about lifting up the girls and saying that, hey, you are beautiful the way that you are. You don't need to change. Everybody is different, whether you have muscles, a toned body, whether you are a gymnast, an athlete, a cheerleader, a journalist, an artist. We all come in different forms, and we should all accept each other for who we are. We've focused on parts of doing yoga to help them actually maintain and learn how to breathe deeply and know to regulate their emotions, their feelings. And we have had vision boardings where we're saying, hey, what do you want to focus on in the next year? We've done self-portraits where the girls have gotten in front of the camera and wrote on with body marker one word that they would use to describe themselves, and they would write powerful, strong, brave, courageous. Yeah, and we just come together for the day, normally from like 10 to 3 p.m. We have lunch, we have guest speakers. I had a makeup artist come and talk to us about how just because you have acne doesn't mean that you are dirty or you're gross. Like, acne is something that a lot of people experience regardless of your routine. So I am self-taught, and when I first came into photography, I knew that I wanted more than just like the digital shoot and burn photographers that you go to for mini sessions, and it's like, hey, come here for 20 minutes, you get a certain amount of photos. I knew that I wanted it to be more intimate, more empowering, and just letting people know, because I struggled with self-esteem myself, and it took until my late 20s to actually love myself and feel like I could be seen, because as a child and a teenager I felt invisible and that no one really cared. There was not anything, growing up in New Haven, there wasn't really anything geared for us to do for like activities, or none that I really would partake in. I wasn't an athlete, I wasn't a dancer, I was more on the creative side. And as I started, COVID came and I started to discover more in the photography field that, wow, like this is amazing. There's so much that I can do here. And I kind of just talked with other people, brainstormed, collaborated. I definitely do a lot of empowering people and letting them know that they're not alone. And I'm the youngest one of 8, so finding out who I was very important, and I like to help others know, like, hey, I see you, I'm here for you, and I'm going to be there for you. How can I help you? If you are interested in any of the events that I have spoken about, you can definitely reach out to me, message me, call, or text via Instagram or Facebook. It's Alicia Watley Photography, or you can always give me a call at 203-435-0627.